It's showtime.
BS and Beer Media, in association with STWF TV, the podcasting network.
Introducing the best in the world!
Welcome into the show, Best in the World, hashtag BITW. I'm Dale. Today we got Jeremy in the house. What's going on with you, man?
Not too much. How have you been?
All good, man. Appreciate you joining us, man. Been a pretty good week of wrestling, I would say. So, let's talk about some wrestling here, man. I got a few things prepared, so let's see what we can get into. Listen, my first thing to talk about here is the mid card in WWE, and we just had Backlash happen, and Backlash proved to be a debut for one Jeff Cobb. And he is, ally of Solo and helped out Jacob Fatu in his championship match. Of course, Jacob Fatu doesn't look like he know about it, but it is what it is. Thoughts about Jeff Cobb debuting? Thoughts about this mid-card situation?
So if I'm understanding correctly, Jeff Cobb and Jacob Fatu used to be huge rivals.
Mm-hmm.
So there could be something brewing right there with that look that Jacob had on his face. So I think that's going to end up happening because you can see the split between Solo and Jacob. So that's going to be happening. And Jeff Cobb will more than likely be Solo's new enforcer.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like the way that sounds. But you got a lot of people, fighting in the mid card. LA Knight still in the mid card. Damian Priest, looks like Drew McIntyre out there, mixing up with these guys too. Like it's packed here.
Yeah, it is. I think it's looking really good. I like how Drew McIntyre put his ego aside because he could easily say, I'm heavyweight championship material. Yeah. Just keep going after that. But
yeah,
I like how he's building up the mid carders. That's good on him.
Listen, if you got a strong mid card, your show is going to be phenomenal.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you have to have that filler.
Yes, man. And it's something you don't have to do a whole bunch of work for. You just put a bunch of guys in the mix,
right?
And they put on great matches and everything like that. Listen, the WWE is going to be in good hands.
I think so.
Since the page has turned from WrestleMania.
Yes.
And we'll see which one of these new guys are going to be, have a solo match on a WrestleMania card next year. Because honestly, if I was picking last year, I would have thought for sure Solo would have had a solo match on a WrestleMania card because he held it down after Roman Reigns dropped the title or whatever, bro.
That makes me wonder if something maybe happened backstage, or because that was a hard fall for him. So,
yeah, I think what happened really is just the fact that everybody got hurt after the War Games match.
But do you think that exposes him as a solo competitor without everybody being around him?
I think in that instance, he was, that other clique leader. And when you lose your whole clique, you know, they don't have anything else,
Right.
you know, to kind of figure out for you.
Yeah.
and that's what happened, I think, with him. Um,
And you can't really
now,
repackage him. I mean,
right. But I mean, he does have repackaging qualities
he does.
because just like we saw after Mania, he became this really entertaining, funny guy.
Hmm.
And you can't go a week without coming across a clip of Solo doing something funny, you know, to somebody in the crowd or something like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the guy's got some layers. Bro. I think we're going to see him blossom a little bit more this year in the fun, and we'll see that Solo. All right, man. One more question about Jeff Cobb. So, I want to see, what do you think his ceiling is? Will Jeff Cobb ever be WWE champion?
It's possible.
Okay.
It's possible. I mean, he's not the typical, but you could say that about Seth Rollins too. He doesn't have the typical look. But I mean, because growing up, you know this just as well as I do. Growing up, you're used to seeing Vince guys, like the body guys.
Yes, the bodybuilder guys. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, but now they're going with more of a mid-sized guy. So yeah, I could see Jeff Cobb doing it.
Okay. He has a rhino kind of build to him.
He does. Now let's just see what his attitude is.
Right. So if I'm picking, if he ever in his WWE run becomes the WWE champion, I'm gonna choose no. And it's my limited exposure with him has been what I've seen from him in AEW, coming from New Japan and stuff like that. He's always been like that enforcer kind of guy, big guy, come through. You don't really do much mic work, if any at all. But yeah, can put on a good performance, good match, and all that kind of stuff. I see him as something like a Braun Strowman kind of ceiling. But Braun Strowman did become champion at once.
So do you think it could have hurt him not going to NXT first to work on his mic skills?
I think so. I do. It's going to limit him to. I mean, his ceiling is definitely going to be like IC champ. He's never going to be more than IC champ, in my opinion.
That's probably where LA Knight's stuck at too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's 42 years old now.
Jeff Cobb is? Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Like
but it. At the same time, it's professional wrestling, so he should be kind of in the middle of his prime. So if he hasn't gotten it figured out yet, it's not going to happen.
And I'm going to talk a little bit more about age a little bit later in the show here, because this is something that I definitely want to get your opinion on here. So let's move a little bit further. Sabu. His real name is Terry Brunk. He died just recently, and listen, you saw him in AEW. I'm sorry, ECW. Sorry, he was a mainstay ECW. Had great matches with Taz, lots of barbed wire stuff. He recently just had another match, like his last match.
Yeah, it was like about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
If that, yeah.
That was in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. So he faced Joey Janela. So
there's controversy around that too.
Oh yeah, what's the controversy?
Well, supposedly, so people were accusing Joey Janela, and I guess it was his promotion of giving Sabu some kind of drug so he could go out and perform. And Joey Janela's firing back, which he should never have done,
right,
saying that it was Sabu's team that did it. If Joey Janela were smart, he would have said, you know what, he just died. This is not the time for that conversation. Exactly. We're going to have to revisit this. Mm-hmm. But I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was because I guess it was to help him with pain. And supposedly he could barely walk.
Yeah.
So it's
a
real sad situation.
The footage that I saw leaked from the match, like he definitely showed his age.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, yo, don't have another match, please.
Right. Yeah.
I would like to remember you a certain way. Please don't ruin.
But and that makes you wonder about like their financial situation too, because this is what they've done their whole life, so this is what they know.
Yes.
You know, so it's kind of the best way I can think to analogize it is to like a normal person getting stuck in the same kind of job their whole life, because that's what they know.
Yes.
And that's what wrestlers do too.
Well, if he only had an ECW career and that's it, I would definitely be concerned about money and stuff for him.
Right.
But he did get a WWE run, so I mean, not saying like he was like a billionaire or anything like that, but he definitely saw good money at some point in his career, and that's the biggest point for me. So, and of course, you can always do the Comic-Con circuits and all that kind of stuff too. So, I'm pretty sure he was okay. So rest in peace, though, to Sabu, man. Definitely going to be missed for sure.
Yes.
Is there a wrestling match you can remember that that kind of stands out in your mind?
No, not really. Sabu wasn't like one of my favorites, so I never really paid attention a whole lot to him. But I do remember staying up those late nights watching ECW.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Look, I can't remember a particular match, but I do remember him doing the whole, leaping off the chairs and stuff like that. He was really innovative with chairs, bro.
Yes.
Like well, and that's the first guy I saw do like drop toe holds into chairs and stuff like that.
And I was listening to Busted Open, I think it was Monday, and apparently he invented a lot of moves that wrestlers use today. I was not aware of that.
Yes, I can definitely believe that. His matches with Rob Van Dam, they were memorable. These guys was like tearing each other apart. I just remember him getting in barbed wire a lot. This dude has so many scars on his back.
Yeah. So, and Taz was telling a story of when Sabu went away.
Yeah.
And then Taz was cutting a promo in the middle of the ring, and the lights went out. And all of a sudden they came back on, and there was Sabu after like a 3-month hiatus or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember that happening. That was like one of the coolest moments ever.
Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. So, rest in peace, Sabu, for sure. All right, let's talk about it. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre's match during Backlash. We're hearing that it resulted in Drew McIntyre being evaluated for a concussion. The spot here that we see doing the South of Heaven, so it said that he hit his head on the concrete, and not the table, like he's supposed to. So very, very bad. He had to, get evaluated and stuff like that. And they're saying also in the same spot, Damian Priest had a tooth knocked out. So yeah, that's another thing. I don't know, PLEs, bro, like they go extra hard.
They do. And when does Drew not go hard though?
True.
So, yeah,
True.
that guy is a freaking workhorse.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that he's undervalued by fans.
Oh
You can
yeah.
tell he's valued by the company. But I'll put him in the same category as the Miz. It's like he's underappreciated.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? Speaking, we're gonna talk about Miz a little bit later, but the Miz, I appreciated it in the beginning because I was an MTV nut, and so I watched Real World and all that kind of stuff, right? So I rooted for him there. But then, it's like it really became pretty stale. And then he brought Maurice in.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dang. Like, I've never wanted to trade lives with anybody else in my life. I wanted to trade my life for this.
You can have a bunch of straight to DVD movies.
yeah, man. I mean, honestly, bro, like this guy is like the American story going absolutely right. Yep. I mean, a guy just comes from nothing, and his family middle class kind of nothing or whatever, but he went out there and did everything on his own, bro.
Yeah.
Like getting discovered on the Real World, hustling, and in the WWE, okay, people don't like him and all this kind of stuff. Like, man, Miz is the freaking man, bro.
He is, and his dad even got exposure.
Yes, he got his dad 15 minutes, bro. For real. He really did, bro.
So, his dad became a cult classic.
Yes, exactly. All right, Alexa Bliss is back. Not in the form that we predicted and we kind of talked about, but she came back. She helped Zelina win a tag team match against the Secret Service there. So Alexa is back now. So now what? Because they pushed the brakes and they brought it back. I mean, they brought it back and they pushed the brakes. I mean, what are they going to do now? Because we assumed it was going to be with the Wide Six.
Well, I'm kind of wondering too, because that wasn't, if I remember right, that was in Columbus.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's her hometown.
Right. Yes.
So maybe there could have been something to that.
You're right.
But I don't know. At this point, I think they killed the Wide Six. So
really?
I mean, you haven't seen them in so long. I mean, what can you do with them? I mean, it'd be great if they come back, but what do you do with them?
Look, a start is always good for the Wyatts. You can always do something real ominous, tease it for like 3-4 weeks. We're really excited about it, and then they come out for the entrance, and we get really excited about that.
Yeah,
and then that's where it ends.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I mean, in ring, they're still them. I mean, yeah, Bo Dallas is still Bo Dallas, and the rest of them are still the rest of them.
Yep.
I mean, I feel bad for them because they all got put in a tough spot, and after Bray's death, I mean, it was kind of a tribute to him.
Right.
And they were all just kind of thrown into it. I mean, I'm sure that they wanted to be in it too. But that's a tough spot to be in.
But I assume Alexa was coming to save the day.
Yeah.
For this idea.
And without Bray's creative, because he was pushing that. So without his creative, it's not the same.
Okay. Well, sticking with women's wrestling, we talked about Evolution happening again this year. Well, according to the rumors, the company was talking about July 5th, and that was going to be like in Connecticut somewhere. But now we're starting to hear rumors that the WWE is thinking about targeting the weekend of July 13th. So this will put it on a Sunday, and this will make it be after Saturday Night Main Event on July 12th. So, and then they're going to look for a different destination then if they end up changing it. And so most likely it'll be in Atlanta because that's where Main Event is. And so maybe like a 3-4 night stay at the same place. But thoughts about this? Do you think this will hurt Evolution if they make it just part of a weekend, like have it come after Saturday Night Main Event?
I think it should be on its own on a Saturday night, just like any other pay-per-view.
Yeah,
PLE.
Yeah, I think having it come, after Saturday Night Main Event and before Raw, it's a mistake.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of wrestling in 3 days.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's gonna hurt them.
Yeah, but I mean, look, this would be what, 2 PLEs? Well, sort of PLEs, right? They got some money from ABC, and Peacock to do this Saturday Night Main Event every quarter. But then give them another one the next day. I mean, that's a lot more money, I think.
And actually, I have to correct myself. It'd be 4 days because I forgot about SmackDown.
SmackDown too, yes.
So
right, you're right.
Yeah. And then you got NXT. So it's like, where does it end? Yeah, I think it needs to be on a Saturday night on its own.
And how much would that affect the card for Saturday Night Main Event? But I mean, like, you have maybe one women's match on there,
right?
Natty.
And that's going to get a lot of backlash too, because if you don't have a women's match on there, or even 2 or 3 of them,
right,
the fans aren't going to be happy.
Yes, like we're accustomed to watching female matches. We enjoy them.
Yeah.
We talk about them. So yeah, you're right. If they show them, we're gonna notice.
Yep.
So yep. All right, and getting back to our Miz topic, the Miz is set to host American Gladiators reboot. This is gonna be on Prime, I think this summer or something like that. So Miz getting more jobs. Shout out to the Miz.
I was just talking about this today. I'm hoping, well, not this specifically, but like when John Cena did the the Extreme Challenge or whatever, when they brought that back, I'm hoping it doesn't end up like that. Because that was a failure.
Did you watch the whole little special thing about American Gladiators?
No, I haven't. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Okay, so you do know, you remember the show back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so they did a whole. I think it's on Netflix if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
American Gladiators, kind of like what it was like, a documentary about it, and they showed like how much, steroid use and stuff was involved, and how they really didn't get paid very much money. This whole thing was like a crazy little con they had with these, bodybuilding kind of guys and stuff like that. It was crazy.
Well, I mean, at the same time, bodybuilders really don't make that much money anyway. So I mean, I could see that. So one, they're on TV. 2, they're making a little bit of money. I mean, probably more, by the sounds of it, a lot less than they should have been making.
Yeah. Then they talked about the tours, how they wanted to go get more money, and then they were like, "Well, rather than pay you more money, we'll get different people.
Yeah.
You know, bye.
Well, guess what that sounds like? Professional wrestling.
Exactly, bro. This is a lot of similarities. So yeah,
Yep.
man. I highly suggest checking it out. It's pretty entertaining, man. So yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be pretty different this time around, with the athletes and everything like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they treat them well and everything, and hopefully.
Well, with social media nowadays, they won't have a choice. So.
So, all right, and Nick Aldis gets RKO'd again.
I'm hoping this leads to something.
So,
this is 4. This has to lead to a match.
Yeah,
he's been in the GM role long enough.
Yeah,
he's probably healthy enough to get back in the ring, and I'm hoping this is the catalyst for it.
Oh yeah, it's got to be a match. Nick Aldis got to have a match. I'm wondering how much do they let him do? How much offense he gets in? You know, how much of his stuff does Nick Aldis get in?
If it's against Randy, I could see Randy being generous, and because Randy wants to have his matches look good, so I could see a back and forth.
Yeah,
but does this turn Randy heel though too, or is this again Randy being Randy? You never know with him.
This is true, but I mean, wrestling has changed, right? So good guys do bad guy things to bad guys, and we cheer them for it. You know,
we can thank Stone Cold for that. He was definitely the pioneer for that.
Yes, exactly. So, I guess, you know, good guy, bad guy is a relative term, I guess, in this thing.
Yeah.
Let's see, Randy's prime slender is the permanent bit in every match. Okay. Oh, okay. You talking about missing one of the moves? The Randy Orton matches, like he typically does the same move set. You're gonna play the hits every time.
Yeah.
You know? I guess the only thing he's been kind of missing a bit is the bouncing off the announce table.
Yeah.
Backdrop or whatever.
Well, I mean, with that surgery that he had, really can't do that anymore. But, I mean, yeah. That's all he has to do anymore. You know, that's what people are paying to see.
That's true. Play the hits, man. That's what we came to see.
Yep.
All right, Tony and Mina. You saw me send out a message probably earlier today when I saw I watched Dynamite.
No, I haven't watched it in a couple of weeks.
These are two of my favorites. Okay. And Mina is definitely in AEW. She just signed a contract and everything. They had a fatal 4-way match where she won. And so now Mina will be getting a shot at Toni Storm's AEW World Championship. So Mina versus Toni. And this is going to take place at what's her next main event? I mean, pay-per-view? Double or Nothing.
Okay. Oh, it's one of their big ones. Okay.
Yes, Double or Nothing. So yes, this is going to be good. I like it.
I don't know much about Mina, but Toni, she's proven that she's one of the best. So
yes,
I mean her character work is out of this world. It's like I've never seen anybody do anything like she's doing. And when she did the whole amnesia thing, it was the most original thing I've ever seen in wrestling, because everything's always recycled. Yeah, and I have never seen anybody do that.
You're right.
So now people are going to start copying that in the future, guaranteed. It was genius.
It was, and it really was. It really was. Tony Storm does her thing, I tell you. So, um, so we talked about age when it comes to performers. Big E says on the Backlash preview show, whatever, right?
Mhm.
Women should be given the same grace and honor as men when it comes to performing at older ages. The way we talk about age with women, the way we talk about age with men, and for a lot of women who are in their late 30s, it's oh well, you're winding down. When you're or when are you ready to get out? But look, it feels 75% of the men in wrestling are like 38, 39, 40, 45. Like just example, we want Randy Orton to do another 10 years. It was pointing out how long he's been doing this
Right.
thing. And so he's basically saying he just wants us to give women the same honor and grace when it comes to performing in their 40s and stuff like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna catch shit for saying this, but it's the truth. So it's an entertainment business.
Yes.
And in entertainment, they're judged by their looks, like it or not. That's just the way it is.
Yes.
And if they're aging and it's showing, they're not going to keep them around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes me sound like the asshole, but that's the truth of it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's Hollywood in
exactly.
general.
Exactly.
It's always been this way, and I mean, it's weird to say though. Like you can get an old guy like Clooney. Oh, Clooney's sexy, but he's old.
Right.
But he still got some kind of sexy to him. And don't get me wrong, there are women like that.
Right.
Halle Berry.
Yeah. And there is a double standard.
Yeah, you got Halle Berry, you got Jen Aniston. Like they break the rules when it comes to those standards.
Yep.
But beyond those, it's hard for women.
Yeah.
Yep. What's going on there, Trail? So yeah, man. Let's go on to the next one. That Backlash, we saw Cena beat Randy Orton. He's still a champ. I think he's got less than 25 more appearances left. So what do you think about the last real champ here?
I think so they showed something. I don't know if it was supposed to air, but when that match ended and they acted like it was going off air, but the cameras continued to roll.
Yeah,
he started to tear up, and he put on that baby face act.
Yeah, right.
So I'm kind of wondering if he's going to turn. But at the same time, didn't he put R-Truth through a table after that?
He did.
So
R-Truth was like the last fan of his. He was still gonna believe in John Cena. Okay, he came out there and he interfered in the match, and Cena won. But Cena warned him at the press conference, "Yo, don't say anything else it's gonna be consequences." And Truth did it.
Yep.
But I'm willing to bet R-Truth forgot all about it.
Oh yeah. It's still his childhood hero.
I bet he forgot all about it, so we're gonna move forward.
R-Truth is an American treasure. I love that guy.
He absolutely is, bro. He absolutely is a treasure. All right. So now let's talk about Braun Breaker. He left Jey Uso laying.
There's going to end up being somebody else that comes in. Breaker, I think he's going to end up turning on Seth. I give it about a year. I think the stable's going to run for about a year, and Breaker's going to turn on him.
I think they add somebody else to the stable.
Yeah, I do too. I think it'll be Becky Lynch.
Okay. Okay.
But eventually, Breaker's championship material. He's got champion written all over him.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's why they put him with Heyman.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly why they did that.
He's their answer for Brock not being able to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And he's perfect. He's got his uncle and his dad.
Yep.
And from what I understand, his brother's getting ready to come in too, or at least training. So
there's a brother?
No, it's his cousin. I'm sorry, but he's playing football right now. So I think we've talked about that.
All right. Let's get the
So
family in here, man.
it's definitely a gifted family when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah.
So.
Not gifted at math, though. I'm sorry, it's a cheap shot by now, but I'm throwing it anyway.
Gotta love that Steiner math.
So what's your thoughts here about the Seth Rollins stable here, Jake?
I really like the stable. I do think I'm going to call it crazy turn here. It's going to be a while down the road, though. Heyman, storyline-wise, I'm not saying in real life, storyline-wise, obviously does not like Seth Rollins. He just did this because he was a rock and a hard place. I think Braun and Paul both turn on Seth altogether, and Seth's just sitting. And it's like, hey, look, you've had this coming since like 2015 when you hit Roman in the back with the chair. That's still my tribal chief, but he also fucked me, so I'm here with this guy now. So, but also, I don't remember if I was talking to Jeremy or if I was talking to another person that's a big fan. The more and more time that goes by, I think it was Jeremy. The more and more time that goes by, the farther away we're getting from Austin Theory possibly being in this group, and that's all I want. I really want Austin Theory to join this.
Well, he's still got to break away from Waller
because he
first.
needs to be propelled into something. He's been through the bet, and they've planted that seed for a while. Like it's bound to happen at any point. But Theory's gone through so much to where I think he's ready to be propelled to the next thing. He's got the look. He's got the athleticism. He can do anything in the ring. I've always called him young Randy Orton. I think he is literally exactly what Randy was at that age, just with a better attitude.
Well, it looks like Finn could be putting Bullet Club back together too. So could he go there?
He could. He could very well. But I really want the best for Austin Theory. I think he gained a lot of respect from me when he got thrown off the chamber from Brock. Like, he's willing to do anything. He's out there every week, damn near, or ready to work every week, damn near. Gets thrown into shitty situations because of Waller, so that'll make for a good, fun rivalry match down the line whenever we get it. It's just the further away that we're getting from getting a new member in there, the more and more it's looking like, oh, great, Becky's going to be in it. I don't find that entertaining. I think heel Becky Lynch is absolutely annoying, and she's just god awful at it, and I can't watch it. I think she's terrible at it.
Didn't they say something to the effect of a fourth man? So, and then you got the man. So
yeah, it's just she's so wet paper baggy and wah wah wah. It's like, dude, that's not the kind of heel we want. We just want a dickhead heel. We either want a dickhead heel who's just a jerk, or we want a heel that's a chicken shit heel like The Miz was. We don't want the wah wah boo hoo me. I hate those. Those are just.
I don't think Becky's all that. I think her promos are terrible, to be quite honest.
Oh, they're getting worse and worse by the day. I mean, she's not even like top tier in the ring. She gets carried for most of her matches. So I mean, yeah, no, I'm sorry, Dale. I know that's one of yours, but I'm not a big fan of Becky Lynch. I was really high on her, especially after she took that shot from Nia. And I think everybody was. Everybody was a little bit behind the hype, but I'm just like, she's really not that great. She's like, she's right next to Sasha, just slightly above her.
Oh, ouch. Why would you say something like that?
And then it goes Bailey, and then it goes Charlotte, obviously. But
Bailey is underrated.
That is my take on it.
Yeah.
Dale's ready to bite my head off. No Becky Slater here.
I mean, listen, I mean, I'm okay with Becky. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like she is like the GOAT or anything like that, but she's definitely a workhorse, and
she is. Her in-ring's not bad.
Yeah, exactly. And the first iteration of the man, like, I mean, I popped for it.
Yep.
So yeah, I was all into it. So
don't you think it's kind of strange that her best matches that you get to see her with Charlotte?
That speaks more to Charlotte than it does anybody else.
I know, because all the matches that we thought were terrible with Charlotte and Sasha, it wasn't no fault of Charlotte's. Charlotte or wrestle. But when you get Becky Lynch in there, who is much better of a wrestler than Sasha Banks, it's easier to carry said wrestler that's below you. And that's why Jeremy just said speaks volumes for Sasha, or that speaks volumes for Charlotte.
So when you're in there with somebody like a Charlotte, it's not on her to work down to their level. It's on that person to work up to her level.
Yes, absolutely. I was trying to elevate.
Mm-hmm. And look at Rhea. She did it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Tiffany. She did it.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would. They just beat the fuck out of each other, honestly.
They did. That was a fight. That was not a wrestling match.
I'll take shoots all day.
Tiffany, I think that exposed Tiffany, her inexperience a little bit.
Yeah.
She's never. I don't think she's ever going to be on a Charlotte level, but it just showed that there's room for improvement for her.
I mean, she's young. She's younger than me. She's not even 25 yet, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean,
she's got time.
She's green and got catapulted to that role because of popularity. She's not terrible in the ring.
No,
I'd say
she's good.
She's good for
she's
sure.
Good in the ring. Yeah.
And I think she can get to great. But I mean, I guess you're right. She's probably never going to get to the Charlotte level because it's almost impossible for any, woman to get to that possibly without some extra help.
She has that potential. When she was in NXT, you could tell she had star written all over her.
Yes,
exactly. And I mean, if we're talking about current NXT people that could get to that level too, with obvious training and why she's still down there, I think Sol Ruca, with the athleticism that she has, can get to that level too.
Yeah.
But athletically, she can do a match just fine.
One of the things I did like about Tiffany Stratton's stint in NXT is like they let her go for like weeks. Just every week she was putting out bangers.
Yep.
Out there on TV, bro. So yeah, she can work. Absolutely.
So I almost like her NXT days better than I do her main roster days.
Right.
Because it's like you said, it's almost like they're handcuffing her up on the main roster.
Her rivalry with Fallon Henley was one of my favorite storylines that year.
Yep. They brought out both of them. Put them on. So yeah.
Yeah, I thought so too. All right. And JR is set to have surgery. He's dealing with colon cancer. So prayers up for JR, man.
Dale, you know what's weird? I literally just got an ESPN update about that as soon as you talked about it.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
ESPN came right through with, prayers for JR. That's, voice of my childhood, man. He was he was rocking it in the 90s, and then when I was watching in the early 2000s all the way to now, I mean, that's one of my childhood voices.
Yeah.
He's shit.
I first heard him when he was in WCW. So yeah, I've been listening to him my whole life also.
Yep. Man, that's a long time to be doing something, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It is him,
arguably the GOAT.
Yeah.
him and the King, both of them that like that right there.
Yeah.
And if I remember right, I think it was Taz and Michael Cole when I first started watching with the SmackDown thing. But no, Monday Night Raws, it was you knew it was starting off with JR saying something.
Yep. He's definitely on the Mount Rushmore.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Probably the first face on it.
All right. Willow Nightingale re-signs with AEW multi-year deal. So look, I'm so proud of her because I mean, like she came from the Indies and really built herself up, man.
I'm wondering if this is I don't know how much interest, if any, WWE had had with her, but if they did, could that have been a missed opportunity for her?
I always believe it is. Look, if you get any kind of opportunity to get to WWE, I say take it. Yeah. Even if it's just going to NXT to start off, because I just think it's the houses that you're in just on TV, bro. It's so much more with WWE. And so if you get on TV a few times, at least, do a couple years or whatever there, man, like your next go around as free agent, like you'll be able to offer, get so much more money offered to you. Yeah. So, yeah, I say take it.
I do too. Yeah. But then you got
I don't watch much AEW, so I don't. Go ahead.
You got people like Ricochet and Sasha. All they're doing is banging on him. It's like let's put the bitterness behind us and just move on.
Yes,
that's just immaturity shown with them. But yeah, no, I don't really do and watch AEW as much. I really should to be prepared fully for this show, but I don't know much about Willow Nightingale. But if Dale's giving her the tip of the cap, I'll agree with him because
she's good. She's good.
I do think that a place like NXT would be good for a young. She's young, I'm assuming too, right, Dale?
Yes. Yeah, she's young.
Yeah, so NXT is the perfect place for young stars like that to go because they can get a lot of work. NXT is so, what is it? I don't want to use the word coddled, but like you're so close knit and you're in the same place. You're getting the correct teachings. You're getting work every day. I mean, she could get so much better just getting there. And like I agree with you, Dale. If you get that call and they have any bit of interest, do it.
Well, look at what happened with Jade. Here we are a year later with her, and look how much she's progressed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's incredible. And she didn't even go to NXT.
Right.
Yep.
It's just, it's incredible what they can really do down in NXT and what they can, they really do. It's the only place that can really turn dog shit into diamonds.
They've got a system down there, bro, that works. So.
And it's only gonna get better. It didn't really work well when it was Triple H down there sending Vince up there because Vince didn't know how to take that talent. But now with Shawn and Triple H having such a great connection, Shawn just absolutely killing it, and then sending those stars up, they're gonna know exactly what to do with them because they're like, okay, so this is what Shawn was doing with them. This is how we're gonna work it with that. I mean, just what they have Julia and Roxanne doing on the main roster. Now, I might not be the biggest fan of Roxanne, but I'm not gonna take anything away from the girl and say that she's not a fantastic worker. I might not be a fan of the character, the attitude or whatever. I think she was a better face, but
what's your problem with Roxanne, Jake?
She's a great wrestler.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to take away from the wrestler. It's just
my issue with Roxanne is that everything that comes out of her mouth, you can tell it's scripted.
Yeah,
it's delivered in a scripted manner.
Everyone talks about how easy it is to be a heel because you can just let your natural self out. Well, if everything that your natural self is sounding scripted, you're obviously not good at this heel thing, and you need to fix it. And a lot of these people that are heel right now, they're not good at being heel because they're not used to being, I don't know how to force to be a bad guy. It's easy for the foreign fighters like Julia. Oh my God, great heel, but when you got to force it on yourself, that's why some of the people that are heel right now, they just don't do it for me because they don't know how to do it. They talk about just how easy it is, and blah, blah. No, it's not. You're obviously only good at being a face because once you go heel, you can't pull it off. And that's me. That's Roxanne for me right now. I still think what she does in the ring is great. The chicken shit stuff, like when she rolled out of the ring after, shaking hands with Io and then having Julia come out, but that's, to me, mainly Julia pulling that off. She shook the hand and then laughed about it afterwards, but she was a big part of it, and I loved it. That's that chicken shit stuff that I like. But I don't know. Maybe if she was just a better heel, I'd be like more on board with it. I just liked her more as a face. I thought she pulled it off better. At first, I thought she was Diet Cora Jade, and I wasn't really for it. And then I saw her work, and I'm like, okay, I like her probably a little bit better than Cora Jade. We'll see how it goes. And then she turned heel. I'm just like, it's not for me. I don't like it.
Okay, I will give y'all a point about the promos. Yeah, it does sound like she read from a script.
Yeah,
but I'm okay with what she's doing still.
she's a great wrestler.
Right. I'm okay with it. So we do have to, and it's remains to be seen, in my opinion, to see her go toe to toe with another wrestler on the mic and see if she can handle it.
Yep.
We're not gonna know until it happens.
Right.
And I will say, do y'all remember years ago when Rhea Ripley came out with at this time Nikki Ash, and they had to remember this promo for, I don't know, Cure the Kids or whatever. I don't know what it was. And Nikki Ash pretty much destroyed her. And it's Rhea Ripley we're talking about. So
Yep. Yep.
By the way, Nikki ASH, Nikki Ash, whatever you want to call her, I think she's underrated too.
Well, she's rated right now because she's not on TV.
No, but you know what I mean. Then I actually
yeah,
that character. I like that character. I thought it was funny. And then when it was like, I'm slightly a bad character, I thought it was great. I was like, this is the ultimate. Like, this is a Dominik Mysterio thing. It's funny. I like it.
It just shows her diversity.
Yeah, she's got range, and I love it. And they also, I mean, she's a great sister, Abigail. But the problem is, we don't get enough of it.
yeah,
it's not fair.
All right, in NXT, Wesley, Tyson DuPont, and Tariq Igwe have been officially named the High Rise. So this has been trademarked by WWE and everything like that, and that was promoted this week. So, what do y'all think about this name, the High Rise?
I'm wondering if they're gonna maybe come up with like a story behind it, because I don't quite understand it.
Okay.
I just want to go get a beer when I hear it. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it either. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Also on this episode of NXT, Miles Bourne cut the fiery promo. Miles Bourne, aka Randy Orton's kid,
aka Stephanie Valkyria's boyfriend. No one's gonna know him now because it's just Stephanie Valkyria's boyfriend.
Yes, and yes, that's also breaking news. He is going out with Stephanie Valkyria, like Miles Bourne. You the freaking man, bro.
Yeah, dude, look, he's getting an NXT. Hey, he's like that one kid that's saying, I got pizza rolls, I got a new girlfriend. Everything's great, man. That's literally him. I got an NXT title shot. I got a fire-ass girlfriend. Everything's great. Really him. He's living the life right now. Fucking lucky bastard. I'm mad.
So she's learning English. He's hard of hearing. So is she learning like ASL also too? Like I'm wondering. I'm curious.
They have a lot of pad and paper. Maybe some Google Translate.
I'm actually loving this Miles Bourne story.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because it reminds me of a UFC fighter, Matt Hamill.
Okay. Yeah. I do remember the guy.
So I grew up. My brother's best friend was Matt Hamill's brother.
Okay.
So it's kind of got a soft spot for me.
Yeah.
And to see everything that Matt accomplished, I want to see this dude accomplish.
Yes.
So I think that's awesome.
Absolutely, man. I do remember the UFC fighter you're talking about too. I watched him on the Ultimate Fighter that
Yes.
season too. So
Him and Bisping had a banger.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I like it too, strictly for the shock factor. It's kind of out of nowhere. I was for it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
But
Didn't
that's the
expect,
great thing about NXT. Like they gonna give you a chance to roll with it. And what you do with the opportunity is up to you.
Yep.
So
100%. I'm for it. I loved every bit of it. I again, I didn't expect it. I'm a huge Javon Evans fan. I was hoping for
Yes.
that, but they've already had him in a match like that. That's fine. Ethan Page kind of ran his course for the main. He's got to build himself back up a little bit, have another good rivalry somewhere. But yeah, no, I'm completely for it. I enjoyed every bit of it. I'm like, wait, who's this guy? And then I was like, oh, I know what he's part of. And then Dempsey came out clapping. I'm like, this is awesome. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, I'm surprised Dempsey hasn't been pushed more than he has, even after like the Heritage Cup stuff with Regal being back.
I agree too. I thought for sure he was going to be pushed, and they were using Miles Bourne and the other big guy, whatever, at the tag team. That's how I thought it was going to work out for him. So yeah. But
I'd like to see Regal come back as a on-screen character.
Yeah,
it's insane. I understand, like that's his son. I mean, it shouldn't be that crazy to you, but it is insane how like much they look alike.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a spitting image of Lord Steven Regal. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah.
But I'm with Jeremy. I expect more from him. I think we're going to get more of him because Miles Bourne's getting pushed to that thing. So we're going to maybe see a break off and a rivalry come out of that. That'd be fun. But yeah, no, I'll take that any day of the week. A nice shocking surprise of a winner you don't expect. It's fun. And it's not like this was built organically. This was just the way they went. This is how it picked and the fans are behind it. So they obviously made the right call.
Yep. All right. So before we do our last story here, the rumor is Terrion Heights. Yeah, that's the guy I was thinking about. Yes. I never remember his name. Never. Just a big dude.
Big guy in the background.
Yeah, that dude. All right. So the rumor is since the release of Cora Jade, I forgot her real name, Ebony Black or something like that.
Elena Black.
Whatever.
Elena Black.
Whatever.
That's a bit redundant.
Oh, Dale, I love you, man. Never change.
So, but the rumor is the OnlyFans is coming soon. So how
Dale's already
much?
got a subscription.
How much per month is it?
I heard it was $15.99.
$15.99 a month.
That's what I
Wow.
heard. Yeah.
Wow. Let me find out what Mandy Rose is.
I get why they're doing it, but it's like if you have the potential to go back to WWE, they're not going to want to touch you.
I don't agree with that. All they got to do is tell them to shut it down. They wouldn't care.
No, because they're PG. They don't want kids looking that up.
Right.
So that's the whole reason Mandy Rose isn't back. That's the whole reason Chyna wasn't inducted into the Hall of Fame for almost a decade. So I think they're sabotaging their future.
Well, parents out there, I hate to break it to you, but your 13-year-old probably already is looking at stuff like that. So it really shouldn't mean anything.
Yeah, but WWE doesn't need to cater to it.
I know. I get your point, Jeremy. It sucks, but it's another way to make a ton of money. And that's exactly what Lacey Evans did. That's exactly what Mandy Rose did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not going to fault them because money talks. Money's what makes the world go around. Maybe they don't care. I mean, Mandy Rose obviously doesn't care about getting back to WWE. She's fine doing what she's doing. Shit, she could retire right now if she wanted to. She's made that much money. But I don't really think Cora Jade cares to go back either at the moment. or at all in the future either. I mean, could she? Maybe, but I mean,
Now-
literally that's what most of the females in WWE that get released do. Hey guys, I'm going to be gone for 30 days. Check out my OnlyFans in 2 weeks. That's literally every time.
This ties
90% of
into the age thing that we were talking about earlier
Yeah.
too. So how long can you realistically do that before
True.
Well, I don't know.
Father
There's still
Time catches up to you?
there's a lot. What are you talking about? The OnlyFans thing?
Yes.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
a lot of fucking milfs out there that are doing 50-year-old OnlyFans and people are paying for it. Trust me. Don't ask me how I know. I just know it's happening. I'm 29. I'm not 50. I don't count. I'm just saying everybody's got a kink. That's one of them. So don't worry. I don't think that ever stop. Probably 60, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I can't actually find Mandy Rose. Okay, her real name is Amaretto. Okay.
Well, her shit was free for a minute. She did like a month.
No, it got leaked.
A month free. Oh, it got leaked. No. She did a free thing for like a month, and then she like bumped it again.
And
Yes.
that's just it too. It's as soon as it gets leaked, I mean,
Mhm.
it's kind of over.
True. This is true.
$15.99. If I had to guess, Dale, I'd say it's probably cheaper than Mandy Rose because I feel like Mandy Rose is probably at 20 something. Lacey Evans is probably around the same because I know Lacey Evans and Mandy Rose, from a report that was released, they did a collab with Paige Van Zant, who used to be in the UFC. So I mean, they set the price, and people are going to buy.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Okay, I am bad at finding OnlyFans accounts.
I mean, look, that's Dale. You know what? That's probably a good thing.
I tried to find out how much it costs and all this stuff. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't find it.
Well, what
But
you need to do
Grace
is
had
what you need to. I don't want to see that at all. What you
Lacey
need to do is.
Jane?
I definitely don't want to see that either. She looks like the Penguin.
What?
Who?
JC Jane.
The Penguin.
Yo, lady, take kill me, bro.
JC Jane is ugly as shit. You know that.
Oh,
He said the Penguin.
Toxic
Look at that
Attraction was
fucking
like
nose.
the
She's got a
best.
fucking schnoz
Bro.
on her.
Well, she does have a big nose, but so what?
She looks like the Penguin, bro. Come on.
So what? She got a big nose.
Look. Right now, in my opinion, if I had to go off the dome, there are two attractive ladies in NXT right now that I think are just unbelievably attractive, and it's Sol Ruka and Tatum Paxley. Just off the dome.
So you went with Tatum over what's her name?
Yeah, Fallon Henley.
Yeah.
You got Kalani Jordan.
You're talking about some real flat surfaces here.
I put the Butch chick over with
Butch chick?
Sol Ruka. I can't ever remember her name. Over Tatum Paxley.
Oh, Zuri. He's talking about
Zarya.
Zarya.
Oh, yeah. Stephanie Valkyrie.
Yeah.
No, she's NXT. Sorry, I've been seeing her on the main roster so much it's got my brain thinking. Nah, she's number one.
Yeah. There's some talent in NXT.
And no, real,
still.
and what's her name? I know her as her fucking Bellator name. What the fuck's her name? Lola Vice. Too sloppy.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, Lola Vice. Jada
sloppy.
Parker.
Jada.
Jada's fine. I'm sorry.
Julia.
I didn't mean to say it like that. I still think her main roster. See, they've been doing so much main roster work.
Yeah, but they're promoting them as NXT.
Lash, Lola. I love me some Nikita Lyons too.
Where the fuck's she been? Is she still injured?
No, she's in Evolve.
Yeah, she just did something in Evolve. Yeah.
Oh, got you.
So, yep. And Thea Hale too.
Yeah.
Flat
There you
surface.
go. Wendy Chu. There's a lot of talent in NXT, bro. Like,
Yeah. I liked Wendy's character change when she went to the darker version.
It's going dark.
I thought
Yeah.
that was excellent.
Do you ever, hold on? Wait, don't you see a what do they call that? A trend going here. Whenever a character is failing, Tatum Paxley originally, Wendy Chu originally, Rhea Ripley originally. Whenever things are failing for a character, they instantly just turn them to a goth character.
I don't think Wendy failed as a character. She got hurt.
Right. She did.
What's her name? Xia Li turned into that witch thing.
Yeah.
That crap was entertaining. Okay.
Whenever a character is failing, they always turn them goth when it's a woman. I don't get it.
That crap was working. Okay. I don't know why they stopped with the Xia Li thing and the I don't know the.
Bro, she didn't do anything. She was a statue.
I was thoroughly disappointed when they released Xia Li.
Yes, I was intrigued by the lady sitting on the throne. I wanted to see her get out there. She was 1,000,000 years old. I wanted to see her get out there and get some action.
She was actually a wrestler. She was a good wrestler. I can't remember what her name was though.
Oh, that's actually what's her name? We just talked about her. Wendy Chu.
Oh, was that Wendy Chu?
Yeah, that was Wendy Chu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
So, all right. My last thing, Dominik Mysterio. All right. We all know he's the Intercontinental Champion, but we remember him from his time as a kid in WWE because of the Eddie and Rey Mysterio angle where they fought him for his custody. Well, Dom says he made about $5,000 from this angle. And his parents took him to Toys R Us. He spent about $400 on some toys and video games and crap like that.
Deserved.
But Dom said his parents told him the rest of the money was gone. So they took his money, man. Damn, Rey Mysterio bum behind.
I love stories.
So it sounds like Ray took a page out of Eddie's book. Lie, cheat, and steal.
Stole from his kid.
I saw a great promo where they were like, everyone was getting cars and they all were getting this whatever car, and you bought me a Model Z. It wasn't even one of the good ones. It was hilarious. Dom is great, but you know what I always wondered? We had this custody of Mysterio, right? I mean, Ray got Tom. Who got Nick? R-Truth's great.
I saw a meme. It was like Tom and Nick Mysterio versus Elijah.
Elias and Elijah. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I saw that too. That was funny.
That was good too.
So I was thinking about the progression of Dominik. From when he first came in, we saw him teaming with Ray to where he is now. And it is night and day difference.
Absolutely.
And so, like, you knew he made it when nobody would let him talk. And now he's turning that corner where everybody is starting to love him.
Yes.
And I'm just so happy for that dude. He deserves every bit of it. He has earned it.
And his in-ring work's getting nothing but better. I think he had the most matches in 2024. I mean, he's a workhorse. He's great. And I think he's got one of the best jump. It's like run, jump out of the ring in between the ropes into like a tornado DDT. Mm-hmm. He's got one of the prettiest ones in the business. That
was cool. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
So he said something in a recent podcast that he was on, and I loved it. So basically, he said that he could go out and do whatever move that looks just awesome, like 90% of the time, and not do it 10% of the time. But what's that do for him? So you do it that 10%, and it makes it that much more special. So, and then he said that, and it got me thinking about AEW. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't like AEW.
Yes.
Because they do that 10%, the 90%.
90%, yes.
And they no sell. And it's not for me. It takes the disbelief out of it for me.
Yeah, you do like a triple moonsault, 20 super kicks, and 20 finishers, and then the match ends up with a roll up.
Yeah, right.
There's only one reason I watch AEW, and I've said it on the podcast before, and I'm gonna steal
Sasha Banks.
No. I hate you. I'm gonna steal one of Dale's lines. He always says to me and Will on the parlay, free booty, which is a Patriots wide receiver.
Yeah.
AEW, free Daniel Garcia. Let him come to NXT.
Yeah.
Don't ruin anybody else that you already got over there that's any good. Just free him now so that we can just, see him shine.
Be interesting to see what he does when his contract comes up, but I think he's a loyalist to AEW.
Probably.
Hey, Dale, did you see that rumor about Mariah May and Nick Wayne?
What?
Yeah, they said apparently Mariah May is dating Nick Wayne, but
Wayne.
Mariah May came out and said, "I only like women that are older than me." I'm like, okay, hopefully this rumor's wrong. She came out and said that. We'll see.
But then if that's true, that might hurt her chances of going to WWE.
Nah, they just don't like gay men. It's okay if it's a woman.
No, not that part. I'm saying if those two are dating,
yeah,
then that might hurt chances of her going to WWE because she might want to stay in AEW because of him.
Right.
Rhea and Buddy make it work.
Well, to be fair, he was there before.
Yeah, and Buddy didn't really get a chance. He got fired,
Buddy's another one that needs to come back. He's good too. I want him to have another shot at WWE.
Yeah, he just signed another deal.
He would add to that mid-card division.
And I think he was actually going into the office looking to get released. And Tony Khan was like, hey, sign this extension.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Hey, I just said it. Money talks. Yeah, no, Dale.
Yeah.
If I find that post about that rumor again about Mariah May and Nick Wayne, I'll send it to you just so you can freak out and be pissed off a little bit.
Yeah. Listen, wrestling ladies, you guys could do so much better and hook up with somebody like me.
Just get the grease and help him with the top of his head.
So that they showed a shot of Lyra Valkyria's fiance in the crowd, and everybody is just absolutely ripping on
like
this
a
dude.
fucking nerd.
It's like, bro, it's like we got for the guy.
I was cheering for the guy. That's what I'm saying. And the nerds won one, bro.
He might look like a fucking geek, but he won one for guys like us.
Yes, the nerds won one, bro. Shout out to that dude.
That man.
She looks like she could be into D&D. Who knows?
Yeah. Look, you guys watch LFG, right?
No, I haven't watched it.
Because like a lot of two of the people are dating current wrestlers. Like one of the guys, he's got like a little Louisiana kind of gimmick. Well, he's dating Roxanne Perez, big old dude or whatever.
The one missing the tooth?
Huh?
The one missing the tooth?
No, not him. No,
okay.
Different guy. And then they got another one that's dating Maxine Dupree.
Oh yeah, I know him. He's good.
Yeah, he looked like a freaking athlete though. So
yeah.
So yeah, man, it's also interesting. But they're coming down to the end, and we're starting to see some of those guys show up on NXT to sell. So I mean, I know the prize is supposed to be an NXT contract,
right?
But you're gonna see them all in there.
Yeah, they have the women on there, the finalists.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. Exactly. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with those kids when they show up, all of them when they show up on NXT. But I am enjoying LFG as a whole as a show. And one thing I'll tell you, Mickey James is on there, and Mickey James can still be on TV right now. And she'll still do it for me.
So speaking of their side projects, what do you think about their behind the scenes? Was it Unreal? I think it's called. Where they go into the writer's room.
Oh, I forgot about this. This was on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was going to be on Netflix, but I'm not sure.
No, but Netflix. Oh, yes. Yeah. Okay. This is something coming out.
Yeah.
Is it coming out this summer?
I think so. And they showed that clip of where Triple H basically told Jay that they were going to put a rocket on his back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. It really is, because they've never
pulled back the curtain that much. Yeah, and that AEW did the same thing, and the ratings fell off after they did it because they were showing the dynamics between the wrestlers backstage.
Yes.
Then they want you to believe that they have beef in ring. You can't.
Well, yeah, that's why the Young Bucks quit being the Elite, right?
No, I don't think that was more character driven.
Okay. Like skits and shit.
Yeah, that was all character driven. That was actually pretty decent too. I enjoyed it.
I mean, I watched it every Monday. I didn't give
I'm
a
not
shit. I thought it was entertaining.
Young Bucks fan either.
You know what? You were just like my damn brother. Calling them spot monkeys and this, that, and the other thing. I'm like the Meltzer driver is a great move.
I mean,
look fine.
If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, you know what I mean?
But they are the equivalent of 20 super kicks, 20 finishers, and roll up finisher. Like that's what they do.
Matt, what was his name? Max, and whatever Buck. Hey, them and TNA were entertaining as hell. I like their matches with the Motor City Machine Guns.
Yeah, but they weren't as I don't know. They weren't the way they are now.
Yeah, they weren't a season then. They were just a bunch of guys with mutton chops.
Well, no, I mean they didn't do all the super kicks and stupid stuff that they do now. No cells and
All right. So wrapping this thing up, did I bring up everything you guys want to talk about? There's something else I left out, or?
Jade and Charlotte at Evolution.
Okay. Yes. At Evolution. Okay.
I don't think Jade's ready.
Mm.
I think she's going to be exposed for her inexperience. I think they need to give her another year before they put her with Charlotte, especially after this Tiffany fiasco. But that got personal. But I don't think Jade would go do that.
Yeah, they went off script.
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see what happens with it. And they've kind of teased it quite a few times already. So yeah, I'll be interested to see what the program looks like with them. I don't worry about Jade as much in ring now. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's got like an Omos kind of move set.
Yeah.
Which part?
Yeah.
But I mean, she gets by with it and it's fine.
She's got a pretty pump kick though. I will give her that.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
Jake?
I'm excited to see her get better.
Anything I didn't bring up that you wanted to talk about?
I was running back to my phone. Sorry, I was getting inside trying to calm my dog down. If you hear barking, I'm sorry. No, I think we covered everything. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I wanted to talk about. I think I talked to Jeremy today about a lot of wrestling stuff, and I think we talked about all of it. So yeah, not bad.
Yeah, gotcha. All right, cool. Well, until next week, gentlemen, I appreciate everybody for joining in, and we will see y'all next week. Kenny Omega, take us home.
Nice to meet you too. Goodbye. Mwah. Good tonight. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.